I'm here with Terri Taylor, and she is a Jacksonville resident, and she owns her notary business, and also is a wedding, is it consultant or
wedding officiant?
Officiant, okay, wedding officiant. And we're going to ask Terri a few questions so everybody can get to know her, and hopefully we'll be supporting her business in the near future. The first thing, Terri, can you tell us a little bit about where you're from, how you got here, and tell us a little bit about your two businesses?
Sure. So I moved here in 1981. So I'm a 41, almost 42-year resident of the Jacksonville area. Moved here from Boston. I came down for a job, and that job has since gone away, but then I met my husband and got married in 1985. And we've been married ever since and have lived in Mandarin ever since then as well. I have a mobile notary business. I go to people's homes, I go to title offices, real estate offices, any place the person wants to meet. I'll meet in a coffee shop. I just don't have a physical office.
Okay.
I do my administration work out of my home, and in Duval County anyway, you can't work out of your home and have customers come to your home.
Right.
So I'm strictly mobile. So I do everything that has to do with being a notary, and I am a wedding officiant. Florida is one of only 5 states that allows notaries to also officiate and solemnize marriages.
Wow.
So I have a fairly good-sized business along the lines of performing weddings. And I have one coming up in a couple weeks. So it has to do with being a notary, I do it.
So what made you go into these two businesses?
So after a 30-year career in healthcare, the last company I worked with, as happens a lot in healthcare, got sold. Moved the operations from here to Miami. I had a staff of 10. Everybody got laid off except for 2 salespeople who now work out of their homes and just do the sales aspect of the job. And I was tired of constantly being downsized and merged with companies I didn't necessarily want to work with. And so I decided at that age it was about time I started my own thing.
Settled in,
And
yeah.
so I looked at different things. I actually became a notary so I could do weddings. That was my focus originally, was to be a wedding officiant. I looked up what were the big things coming up in the 20th, in this century, in the 2020s. And the wedding officiant was one of the top categories of things you could do. And so I knew that Florida allowed notaries to be wedding officiants, so I became a notary to do the wedding officiant. And while I was getting certified by the Celebrant Foundation and Institute out of New Jersey, I said, well, I have this notary thing. Maybe I should do something with this notary thing. And so I looked into being what I could do as a notary and being a notary signing agent, which is closing loans.
Okay, very good.
And that's how I launched this in 2014. So it's been 8 years.
Fantastic. Tell us something that most people don't know about you, something unique or something that makes you unique.
So what most people don't, they know I graduated from Jacksonville University.
Okay.
What they don't know is that prior to that I attended the Boston Conservatory of Music and I was a theater major.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my mother used to call me Sarah Heartburn.
Heartburn.
So Sarah Bernhardt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cute.
So it wasn't a lot of parental support there to launch that career, but I ended up dropping out of the conservatory just for a variety of reasons, some family issues, etc. And then after I moved down to Florida, I completed my degree at Jacksonville University and have a degree in marketing and management.
Oh, wow, very good, very good. Have you ever had a situation where a client or a customer has asked you to do something really odd, or do you remember any situations that were unusual in your business?
Well, I've closed loans in some strange places, like on the top of a pickup truck, because we had no place else to go.
Right.
I'm not allowed to do work out of my home. I had somebody actually show up at my home. They found me on Google and somehow managed to get to my house, not quite sure. So we signed on the top of his car in my driveway. But not too strange other than that. I've had people show up without their ID, and I can't do a notarization unless I can see your ID, and they try to say, well, I have it on my phone, or I have a photocopy, and so nothing too really weird, but just a little bit, you tell them what you need, and they show up to try to get you to do it a different way.
Do you have any specific goals for 22 that you would like to meet?
Just keep growing the business.
There you go.
Things kind of, with COVID in 2020, my wedding business kind of just dried up. I mean, so many brides had to cancel their plans. They had money put down for wedding gowns and venues, and most of them got their money back from the venue because the venues had to shut down. But they had, I think, no weddings, or maybe one in 2020. 2021 was building it back up again, but there was still some hesitancy because winter. This
Yeah.
year looks like it's going to be better. I've already got one book for January, one book for May, and things are booking, so we're starting to get back out there. So I'm hoping that 2022 will be a rebuilding of my wedding officiant business.
Good.
And then both 2020 and 2021 were really great years for loan closings because the interest rates went so low.
Yep.
I'm holding my breath, but hoping that 2022 will still be good, even though the interest rates are coming up a little bit. And it's lots of things are closing, whether it's refinances or buying.
Every source that I read says that it's going to continue in the Jacksonville market and that we're going to have a strong year and actually more listings than we've had in the past.
And if that happens, then I should have
and you're in
another,
good shape.
should have another good year. The bulk of my
Yeah.
notary business is loan closings.
Okay.
Buyer,
Okay.
seller, and refinances.
Okay, but you will do individual notary.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I work with a couple who's adopting a child from somewhere overseas. I don't remember where. I think Indonesia.
Okay.
And so it's a process. So every time they have another step in the process that needs to have paperwork notarized, I meet with them. I've probably been dealing with them for about 2 years now.
Okay, great.
I work with a couple of attorneys and do estate planning documents for them, either in their office or at the client's home, whatever's more comfortable for them. So yes, it has to be notarized. Absolutely, I do it. So loan closings just happen to be the bulk of my business, but yes, I do a lot of adoptions, estate planning, and just people who need something, one document notarized. I'll do that for them, absolutely.
All right, very good. How long have you lived in the Mandarin area, and what do you like about it, and is there anything you would like to change?
So 36 years. My husband and I have been married 36 years in October. Actually, now we're going to be married 37 years in October.
Oh, wow.
my
Time
gosh.
flies.
And we moved in right after we got married. We built our house in Mandarin.
Okay.
I remember when San Jose Boulevard was 2 lanes, one in each direction.
Me too, yeah.
What would I like to change? I kind of would like to go back to those days.
2
when
lanes,
there
yeah.
were 2 lanes and not as much traffic. So I love the beauty of Mandarin, the trees, even with all the growth. We have managed to keep, at least on Mandarin Road, some of the beauty of the area. But I've seen the whole Julington Creek, Fruit Cove, Mandarin area just boom. So some of it's good. I mean, it's good to grow, but I do miss those days of Mandarin being just a sleepy little community in the southwest end of
And all the
Jacksonville.
citrus trees,
All the
and,
citrus trees,
it's all gone.
But
Yeah.
I still love Mandarin.
Yeah, it's a nice area. It's been nice for years, as you
Yeah.
said. Was there anything that I haven't asked you or that we haven't discussed that you would like people to know about you or your business?
I'm very customer focused.
Okay.
It's not about me, it's about you. So whatever
Okay.
is convenient for you, I'll meet you wherever you need. If it's your home, fabulous. If you feel funny about having a stranger in your home, which I understand, I'll meet you in a coffee shop,
Okay.
Panera's, do
Right.
a lot of that. And my focus is on what you need to be done. So
Okay.
if I think you're doing something, I can't give legal advice because I am not an attorney,
Right.
but if you think the document you have needs to be seen by an attorney, I will just say, I'm not real comfortable with this. I think you need to have some legal advice on this particular document.
Right.
I know what I can and can't do. And same with loan closings. I mean, if I see a name wrong on documents, I will call the title company and say, hey, we can't go forward with this because it will mess up things in the future if the name is wrong on this transaction. So, again, not legal advice, but just some knowledge that I know what will happen if we have a document done wrong. It's going to affect the sale in the future or a refinance and things of that nature. So my focus is always on the customer, make sure things are done right the first time.
Perfect. What's the best way for someone to contact you if they decide they want to get married or they have a legal document that needs
Sure.
to be notarized?
So my phone number is 904-613-4226. That's the best way. Either text me or give me a phone call. And if you call and I don't answer, it's because I'm with a client, then I will call you back as soon as I'm out. Or you can send me a text message. Or my website is my first name, Terri, so it's just the initial T, Hoster, Taylor, @gmail.com.
Okay, very good. Well, Terri, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you, and I appreciate you meeting with us. And any of you guys out there that are wanting to get married and you need a notary or a wedding officiant to help you with that, or if you have any legal documents that need to be notarized, Terri will be happy to help you with that. And if for some reason you can't reach her, you can call me and I'll put you in touch with her. But one way or the other, you'll be in touch with her. Have a good day, Terri, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Randy. I appreciate it as well.